Hey, hi everybody. Pete here on a Wednesday morning, a misty Wednesday morning. It's the 18th. Happy New Year. This is my first posting, I guess, since the new year. And I don't really have much for you. Two consumer items that I thought might be interesting, especially if any of you have Nissan Leafs, which I do. So let me tell you something about what happened with this. It's kind of interesting. The interesting thing about the Leaf situation, if any of you do have Nissan Leafs, you've got a message that the G2 network is going to be shut down on the first of the year, and that anybody that has a 2013 Leaf needs to get their G2 converted back up to a G3 so that your mapping system will work. And all the other, these cars talk to the cloud and stuff. So, and it was going to cost. So, make a long story short, I take the car down, and they go through it. Turns out, though, the good news was that the car already is G3. And it was kind of funny because I was going to be the first test case. They're expecting numerous owners to bring them in for this conversion. But here's the kicker. I get the car home. The next day I'm going out and about, and I notice that the clock is not the right time anymore. Okay, so I fiddle around. There is no way to set the clock because it's automatic from the cloud. I call the guys at the Nissan dealership. I say, "Oh, bring it in. We'll check it out." So I bring it in, and before too long, there's three technicians all around the car, and they can't figure it out. So they say, "Well, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to say we get a new unit here." So the funny thing was they ordered the unit. This is just before Christmas, so they say right after the Christmas holidays, bring it in. We'll change it out. And at first there was going to be a big expense, but then of course they called back, said it was free. But before I got a chance to do that, after the first of the year, the clock kept the right time. It wasn't displaying in the, besides not the right time ever, it wasn't displaying in the navigational screen, which it usually did, of course. So, but the funny thing is the good news is that the clock got self-repaired itself, and it's been working ever since. I called the dealership and said, "Do you want to take a look at it?" "No, we'll just let it sit for now. Call us if there's a problem." So the good news is that fixed that. The dealership also took care of two little factory recall items having to do with software updates, one for the braking system and one for the passenger airbag, which they did that. And so I'm extremely happy. The car is back to 100%. It works great. I just love it. So the other thing I want to tell you about concerns this little solar thing I got from China. Let me tell you about it inside. Hello, Blanche? Slam? Yeah. And I was just mentioning this other consumer thing I had is this, you're looking at it's a solar motor rotor, and it fits on this little base. It's interesting. It magnetically suspends. Anyway, I got this through Amazon, but directly from China, from a place called Sunny Tech. Sunny Chung, I guess is the guy's name. It's these nicely made little item. Anyway, this fell off due to my own stupidity, and it must have broken a wire inside because it just stopped working. I mean, there are no moving parts. So I got in touch with these people, and I sent this back with a $20 bill. I said, the guy says, "Send me $10 bucks." I said, "I'll send you." So I sent him a 20. Figured he'd get himself a 6-pack of beer or something. They're in China. The thing of it is, in China, it took about. I wanted to track it all the way, I want to track this all the way to the destination, but that was going to cost like $115. This whole thing is only $50, by the way, at Amazon. It makes for a nice little science thing. I just like to have it on the sill. It spins. Anyway, so I sent the rotor back, and the guy sent me back. Not only did he send, I got the rotor. I just figured he could run over the repairable. He just sent another rotor, but he sent another base. So I have two of these bases now when I didn't really need them. I said he didn't need to do that, but he said they're married to each other, but it works fine on the old base. So it's an interesting little item, the solar rotating motor. and they're available on Amazon. So thumbs up to those guys. So that was the Nissan repair was no problem eventually, and getting the replacement rotor. So it's 2 thumbs up for consumer issues for me. So thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry I haven't had anything really exciting for you, but that's especially if you're a Nissan Leaf owner, I thought I'd at least put that information out. So thanks again. Happy New Year. And thanks for those of you guys who have been tuning in. You know. Okay, thanks again. We'll see you.